Good morning, good morning. We're going to talk about branding today and why you need branding and what do you need to do to brand. Because just having your logo, your colors, your fonts, it's not enough, right? You need to do more than that to get your brand out there, to stand out from your competition. So that's what we're going to work on today. So there's 5 steps, 5 different steps that we have to take that I'm going to show you. And the first things we're going to work on is, oh, by the way, I'm Veronica Jeans and I'm an e-commerce coach and mentor, and I help you to get your products online and to find amazing customers to buy from you, because that's the most important thing, is to find those customers to actually buy from you. Otherwise, why do you have an e-commerce store? So let's talk about branding and why is it so important. So I've been branding myself again. I rebrand all the time because you got to look at your website, look at your store, and you got to look at things and see what you can do differently, what you can add differently, what are you missing, and there are ways to do this. So the first thing is that I want to talk about is online is we need to have an impact straight away, right? When somebody booms onto our page, they need to know exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it and how we're solving the problem. So I've been working through a lot of my branding, and my new course coming up in beginning of September. And I have been really expanding that branding part, because if we can get that beginning part right, then the rest is easy, because then we can put our stuff up, our messages there, everything is amazing. So I want to show you what I mean about the first thing is, who are you? They land on that page and they immediately want to know who you are. So we're not all Estee Lauder, right? Because they're huge, they are all over the place, they've been here forever. But these guys have been amazing, right? So they started with this beard oil, and who the hell knew about beard oil, right? Why would you need some oil for your beard? Which is actually a good idea, because there's still this scraggly stuff that you need on your face, right? So as you land, and they've been developing their pages, their e-commerce store amazingly, because they are really on target with everything. So I want to show you guys what the traffic is like. Okay, so we're not going to argue with somebody who has 424 visits per month estimated, right? They're 47th in the United States on rank in Google, right? It is freaking amazing. You know how many sales they must have? I mean, that is amazing, right? So as you land on the page, you immediately know, what are they doing and why are they doing it, right? So beard brand is a beard oil, that accent is really working, is the highest quality blend, right, of carrier oils that are combined with essential oils. Actually, I didn't know that. Together, they give facial hair both a fabulous scent and a healthy appearance. So again, fabulous scent, healthy appearance. So have you guys noticed something? No slider. Sliders are off, right? So although I must say that these guys do have a 67% bounce rate, they should actually fix that up. But immediately, as you bomb into this, you immediately know what they're doing and what the problem is they're solving. And as I said, did you guys notice that no slider? There's no slider, right? There's no pictures. So actually, this is what you got to do. Check out people that are selling stuff and see what they're doing. Because if they are doing the right thing, they are really upfront and testing stuff all the time. And I'm just saying beard oil because they're up. So when you're looking at Estee Lauder, again, it's all about beautiful, right? The story. This is the story, right? What that they want to talk about. But here, look here. They have stories about their customers, right? But the beard oil also, let me see where their stories are. Company. Let's see. Company and our story. So they immediately can say, hey, this is our story. This is how we started. This is why we started, right? And these are the steps we took. These are the owners. And there's a thing buzzing around my face. From community to business, right? What they did is look at these gorgeous, gorgeous images, right? I always think smaller images. Look at that, right? But try and go in and look what other people are doing and get ideas of what you can improve on your site and what you can do on your site, right? So, and it's huge because people will buy from people they know. Let me get my beautiful face up again. People will buy from people they know and trust. How are they going to do that? They're going to come on your website, check you out. They're going to come on your website, see if you solve their problem, and then they'll buy from you. So, and it's not always easy, depending on what you're selling. And that's why the branding comes in. You've got to be really focused on what are you selling and who you're selling it to. And you cannot sell it to the whole wide world, right? I know you think you can, but you cannot. You concentrate on one customer, sell to them, and make your message just speak to that customer. Then you have another customer, and so for instance, if you're doing ads, right, you sell to one customer. That image, that video, or whatever you're saying should attract that one customer. Then when you're doing the ad, for instance, your Facebook ad or your Google ad, you're actually specifically targeting that one customer. You're not spending your $10 a day on 10 million people, right? You're spending it maybe on a few 100,000 people that Facebook will find for you. So that's when you're branding, when you are working on who you are is so important. And what is your vision? Why did you start your company, right? Why are you doing? That's the second point. Why are you doing what you're doing? Because if you're not clear why you're doing it, you're not going to succeed, right? And you've got to revisit the why all the time. You've got to revisit the who and the why all the time. But the why is important because sometimes we lose the path that we started on, and then we sort of get so into the weeds and selling and trying to make sales, and that you got to come back to the roots and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. This is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it. I know why I'm doing it. And you get more enthusiastic, and your message is clearer. So you got to know the why. Why are you selling this product? I know you want to sell 70 million of them, right? Again, start small. Start, if you are starting an online store, start with one vendor. Don't start with 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 vendors, because get clear on the one vendor. Get clear that your customers know why you're doing it and who you are. Then you can sell them all sorts of other stuff, right? So, and I know it is like, I've fallen into the trap where we put up a lot of products, and it's slow, right? Because you've got so many balls that you have to hold in the air. Sometimes it's overwhelming. So really narrowing down on your niche and on your products solves that problem. But also, when you talk to your customers and say, I sell 1 or 2 or 3 products only, then you can practice with them, and you get known to your customers. Okay, I'm in a specific niche, right? Whether it's beard oil, right? They're selling oil, right? So be very specific about what you're selling. So even when you're talking about skincare, or you're talking about diet products, or you're talking about control panels, right? Or you're talking about industrial stuff, start with one product, then develop the other products, because this is the cool part about it. You can relaunch every time you add another vendor. So you're adding one vendor and you're going out there and you know your story, you know who you are fabulous, and you're making sales, and you go, hey guys, I've got a new product. then you can also know whether your customers would like that product or not, and whether they're going to buy from you, right? So maybe you need to go rethink your whole strategy and go, maybe I've got to think about this again. Nobody's really interested in buying what I want to add, so maybe I have to revisit it. And then make sure the margins are enough so it's worth selling, because if you don't have that margin, babies, you are not going to make money, right? You've got to sell millions before you make money. And I'm talking about like $1 or $2, right? So try and get products that are high end, and if you want to sell the low end, that's fine as well. But try and get some products that you're actually making money, where you come in and you go, damn, I made $25, or I made $50, or a little bit more. So you're selling a $5 product and you're selling a $50 product. You're spending the same amount on advertising. So your ROI is going to be higher in this amount. It's the opposite way. I'm watching myself. So you're going to be higher on this. And believe me, when $2 comes in, it's like, oh my Lord, I have to do it again and again and again. If $25 comes in, it's a lot more satisfaction. So think about that when you start in your business. Or even if you started your business, right, and you're selling low-end products, think about bigger problems that in the same niche or an accessory to what you're selling. Okay, here's the thing. You're not just selling the products, right? You are actually selling the problem.
One moment.
The solution. Oh, Alexa.
I don't have that information in sending you now to 70.
Series is talking to me. Okay, so you got to think about the real problem you're solving, not you are selling the product. What are you solving? Okay, so if we're looking at the beard guys, they are selling, let's go back here, they are selling premium beard oil to do what? What are people supposed to do with it? They are selling fabulous, healthy beard, right? They want to make you that they soften the beard, it hydrates the beard, the girlfriend will love it and the wife would love it, right? So that's what they're selling. They're selling that the problem is that your beard is all scraggly and everything, but if you use this oil, your beard is going to be beautiful and feel magnificent, right? But they should put in there, your girlfriends will like it. So that's what they're selling, not just the beard oil. So really think about what are you selling, okay? And as I said, so if you're selling a product and it's slow going, and we've had some slow sales during the summer, and Christmas is coming up, so maybe think about adding some accessories or something extra that you can do with your solution that is your product, So something specifically about personalized puzzles, Donna does personalized puzzles. So I'm uploading my image to a puzzle. But she could sell, if I'm uploading my image, maybe I want it on a mug, right? If I'm uploading an image, maybe I want it on a t-shirt or a bag or something, right? Christmas is coming up. We would love our image on a bag that I can give to the whole family as a cheap product, right? So that's what we've been thinking about in our workshop, is how to enhance your product. So think about, that's where the branding comes in, is when you are really drilling down into why are you doing it? What are you selling, really? What are you really selling? You're not selling just cards or just a puzzle or just skincare. You're selling a solution to a problem that your customer has. And that's what you got to identify. What are you selling? What are you actually solving? What problem are you solving? So that's important, right? That's very, very important. So then the next thing is number 3. So number 1 is, who are you? Get very clear who you are. Tell them your story. Why did you start it, right? Why did you start the company? What problem did you solve? How did you start it, right? Tell them your story, because that makes you more accessible to your customers. And then 2, why are you selling it? What is the real problem that you're solving with your product? Number 3, very important. Who is your customer? So, beard oil. They'll be sticking to beard oil this morning. The customer is not a woman, right? We don't have beards. We go to hairdressers. They're mainly men. And men that are fashionable, I think they actually started the whole fashion with the beards. Really. But they made it fashionable to have a beard and to look groomed, right? Because that's the whole thing, to look groomed, to look cool, right? So, and they actually started a fad. Wow. But, so who is your customer? Their customer is a young guy. I have no idea what the generations are. The millennials, the X's, the genders, whatever. Okay. So they had then a very specific niche of their customers. So think about one customer is between 25 and 29. Then they have a different customer who might be married with kids, also likes his beard. That message has to be different, right? So every time you're doing a different ad to a specific niche, okay? So not one ad that goes to people that love beards, that might have a short beard, a long beard, a tatty beard, a unhealthy beard. You got to, and all age ranges, because every single age range will look different on the pictures, right? The young guys will look hip and cool. The little older guys, maybe you can have them as a family man. And then the older guys are not going to really look at the young hip guys. You have to have maybe some gray hairs in the image. So think about who your customer is, okay? Then you have to see, where are they visiting? Where are they actually online? Are they online on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Snapchat? Some of them are on Snapchat. Are they on Twitter? So really look and do some research. So the way you do research to find where your customers is, find your competition, look at where the customers are, and then look where where your competition is advertising, because you will be able to notice that what are their customers, what are their problems. Do some really stalking, right? Sign up for their newsletters and see what they're sending out. Sign up for their groups. Sign up for and like their pages, so you can see what they're posting. What are they talking to people about? What are the ads saying? And then don't just copy and paste. Put your own personality into it, right? Put your own colors and your own sayings and stuff into that ad or post or whatever you're going to do. Blog, right? That's number 3. You really, really got to get into the niche about who's your customer. And we talked about competition. Who's your competition? Find out who your competition is. Find out what they're doing. What are they not doing, right? So you can look from the large customer. We're talking about skincare, right? We're sort of in that niche. So you can talk about large customers to maybe smaller customers. Let's say skincare. See who pops up. Let's do organic skincare. We love organic skincare, right? So let's do organic skincare. And we'll see here. Okay, my MV Skin. I have no idea who they are. It's a Madara Organic Juice Beauty, but I don't know who your competition is. But just see what are they doing online, right? What are they doing? Oh, look, they've got a competition going. Where are they, right? These are in Australia, so they might have different requirements in different countries, right? Here's the story, right? Right on the homepage. Here's the story. Emma Watson. Oh, I don't know. Somebody's giving a review. Ooh, is it Emma Watson? I have no idea who these guys are, but you see, so you got to have interesting stuff on the homepage. Look at what they're doing. See, you go back to and look at this one. Oh, it's the same one? Same one. So go to Tata Harper Skin. No idea who they are. But then again, you look at what they're doing. Okay, so they're doing sliders, right? But they're sort of doing a little video slider on showing what to do with their skin, what to do with and how much to use on the skin. So, and this is, oh, here's the story, by the way, guys. She did it all, right? And where she's all catching up, right? So you got to, but have a look at what is your competition doing? What are they not doing, right? You can come up with some ideas when you look at a lot of competition. You can come up with some ideas that, they're doing and they're not doing, and look at and so I use, let's go back to this. I use, let's see here. MV, Australian certified. So I use, what's it called here? On my Chrome, SimilarWeb, right? And so they've got 77K visitors a month. Wow, right? So you go to, this is SimilarWeb. That's a little app on Chrome. So I can actually see what the following is. And believe me, if there's very little following, you don't know what they are. So you can only do this if the website has a big following. But have a look, and one of the things to look at is BuzzSumo. I think BuzzSumo is not cheap, by the way. It's not cheap. But you can join them for a month and then check out your competition and then dump them. So I hope they're not listening to me. But anyway, they will tell you all about your competition and who you're looking for and where the customers are, what they're posting and everything. So have a look at BuzzSumo. These guys, BuzzSumo, very good. Not cheap, hey. So, but go on, research your competition, and then go off again. But also go into Google, go into Amazon, see what's selling, right? How are they selling it? What are they selling? Who the stores are, right? So look at who your competition is. And then you can also see who their customers are. And you know what? You can target the customers because maybe the customers are tired of them. So they might look for something different. They might like your story. You just never know, right? So who's the competition number 4? So last but not least, I have to go get ready for my group people in my group workshop this morning. We talk all about Facebook ads. Anyway, 5, last but not least. How are you going to do it? How are you going to spread your brand, your message to everybody, right? And that's, again, in your brand. So why am I mentioning this? Because when you're developing your brand, you are developing your story. You're finding out where your customers are. Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? So then you know how you are going to spread the message and where you're going to spread the message. Easy, right? So if we've done all the homework before, this part is going to be amazing, right? Okay, so there's right and wrong. Okay, so I have to mention this. There's right and wrong. So why do you need to do some ads? Because organic growing is 2% and it's going to be extremely slow. And we've tried it. It's extremely slow, right? So we don't have time for that. If you have time, that's fine. If you don't have time, you need to do some ads. And it's according to your budget. Whatever you want to spend is according to your budget. Start small and grow as you're growing, as you're doing sales. What to do wrong, what a lot of people do wrong is they are targeting too many different customers. Because if that message is to the guy that plays rugby, the guy that has a beard, the guy that has plays tennis, the guy that's working on Wall Street, that message is going to get lost because those guys are not going to identify themselves with the beard oil, right? So that has to be your targeting has to be on target, not to 10 million countries either, to one country, one ad, one country. Okay, maybe if every one ad, one country, because every time you're doing a country, it's a different message. Believe me, it's a different message. And so that's the right way to do it, right? The wrong way is just spraying it and think that something will stick. And it doesn't. It just takes a lot of money and a lot of effort and you still don't have sales. So again, and when you're doing it, remember that your message on your homepage is essential, because when people are getting to know you and you're advertising, you're saying, hey, here I am, this is what I do, this is what I sell, this is why I sell it. Don't do all sales. Okay, wrong. Not every post is a sale. Not every ad is a sale. You got to let people get to know you. So when they're popping onto your website, they go, oh, I need to do business with these guys. I really like the message. I like the community. I like what they're doing. I like where they're spending their money. They're giving their money away. I like. So then they think, oh, I trust these guys, and they research you and they check you out online, and they see all the engagement, and they see some of their friends liking you. So then you know that they're going to come back. So in the beginning, it's that getting to know stage. And how are they going to get to know you? If you develop your branding properly. I can't say this enough. If your branding isn't right, if your branding isn't developed, they're not gonna like you and trust you, okay? And then you're not gonna have people coming back all the time. You're gonna need to have those people come back all the time to see, to check you out, to go away, come back again, and then use you. Because when they see your ad, maybe they might not need you, right? So you can't always sell to them because, as my son said, he hates ads on Facebook, and then he doesn't on Facebook. So we don't want that. We don't want people to sell to us all the time. You know that because you're in the store and somebody comes to you and go, hi, how are you doing? Can I sell something to you? No, just stay away from me, right? You don't want that. Your customer does want that. They want to get to know you. They want to know that they love and know you, right? That's what you want to do. And that's why branding is so important. So if you want to do, I've got a course coming out beginning of September. It's going to be called something. It's going to be called Branding Fast. Bootcamp, right? Get your products online. Bootcamp branding. We are going to revamp people in this boot. You're going to revamp yourself in this bootcamp. You're going to do your branding. You're going to make sure your business is set up properly. You're going to make sure your e-commerce is set up properly. There's so many little things that you might have missed, right? I see it so many times of people trying to sell some stuff, and it's just the message is not there. The e-commerce is not set up properly. They're trying to sell too many things, and then they don't want to start again. So sometimes you actually have to start again from the foundation and then build it up again. And hey, if you are rebranding, you can say to people, hey people, I've rebranded. I'm here again, right? So you can be in front of people again. So think about it. Anyway, so I'm rebranding, which is very exciting. I'm launching this new product, this new whole 90-day course. And again, I'm Veronica Jeans, and I'm the e-commerce coach and mentor, and I help you to put your products online and find those amazing customers to buy your products again and again and again. Okay? It's not easy, but it can be done. Thanks again for watching, and I will be back hopefully on Thursday, otherwise next Monday, with something else. And we're going to be talking more and more about how to now get your message out and what to do. Again, I thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again in either Thursday or Monday. Bye.